of Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Looking at Boston, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Kings in Sacramento. And that does your confidence, guys, no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
You've got to stand in and deliver from the free throw line, even in a tough environment, and they failed to do so.
And we talk about Derek White. Doris, how impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot. An excellent shot blocker and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. The kick out to Holiday. Lost it. No good that time either. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one drops for him. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 now.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla, and he knows his team has its hands full going up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Coach said Shai is one of the best in the league when it comes to scoring off the bounce. And when he's not scoring, he's kicking it out to an open teammate. So we have to make sure our rotations are quick. We'll see how the defense responds, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Now here's Tatum. He averages over 27 points a game and seems to always find a way to score. Brown with the bucket.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Hartenstein. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Woo-hoo, that's the athleticism you talked about with Jalen Williams. This guy can get off his feet in a hurry.
Pass to Holmgren. Good work there as it goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Coming onto the floor for the Thunder, number 22, Mason Wallace.
Wallace looking for an opening. Lets it go from deep. They grab their own miss. Pass to Holmgren. Offline with his 3. Celtics trail by 3. Tatum on the wing. From outside, off the mark. We've got 1:18 left in the first quarter. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
Oklahoma City.
Hey, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
And, guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Back to Hartenstein. Clock at 4. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And he comes up with the deuce.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Pass to Brown. Will it go? And finished off by Brown.
Look out below. Jaylen Brown off his feet in a hurry.
And here is Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Thunder lead by 9. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
19.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
First team foul.
And that one misses. Doors, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
I'm back on dirty. Irving. 2:30 a.m. She tryna. Can't live this life you.